true.
But, I mean, is your question, does Arthur begin to realise about Merlin's abilities?
You really want to... I think you owe Bradley an apology for that, don't you? Would you like Bradley... see, look at it. Oh, dear. Before you dig yourself an even bigger grave, my love, do you want to go up there and apologise to him? Come on, go up and apologise to him.
Give him a kiss.
Say, I apologise. That was the real method behind your madness, I get the picture. Right, okay, next question. This young lady at the front here.
How are you planning to franchise Merlin?
Oh, right. Well, we're Random House is bringing out some books in September, so it'll be a novelisation of the first series. And we will hopefully eventually have a cartoon novelisation, and there'll also be dolls, we hope, and so all of those kind of things.
You just made someone else's day.
So, I mean, the hope is that we'll be able to branch out into as much of those dolls, etc. Yeah. We're doing deals at the moment.
But, like, now that you guys are quite a lot more, like, famous, what kind of things would you like to go on to do when Merlin's finished that you couldn't maybe have the chance to do before?
Anything where I don't have to wear chainmail would be good.
Something where I get to wear a pair of jeans. I'd like to maybe work in America, do some movies. Be nice.
Well, I think it's kind of hard as well sometimes to look ahead and sort of, because we do take these 8 months to sort of to do it, and it kind of, you get so absorbed in it, it's hard to kind of escape from it and look ahead. But yeah, getting a chance to do anything kind of to work as an actor is good in itself.
How do you feel when people dress up as you, and do you like our costume?
Your costumes are brilliant.
This is real chainmail, and I got my fringe coat especially.
Amazing.
Well, I mean, it's for me as a program maker, it's hugely complimentary when people enjoy your show and dress up like the characters. I think it's fantastic. Colin, how do you feel?
I think it's brilliant. That's some good scarf tying there. I mean, I've done it. That's good. You got a scarf as well. Nice.
Is there any chance that we're going to see Lancelot back?
Yeah, I can give you an exclusive today that Santiago, that plays Lancelot, is coming back for the second series.
This is a question for all the actors. How do you get into your roles?
Colin, do you want to start that one?
Well, I think coming back on the second series, it felt a bit easier getting back into it because we'd spent the whole first series living it, and again, it felt very much like coming home again, and whenever we started up the second series. But I think just informing yourself on Arthurian legends and things like that, and just getting into it. But I think we know it so well now that it's definitely felt easier.
Yeah, no, I would say the same sort of thing really. It's because we're very used to these characters now, so we sort of it's easier this time round, and the scripts are so great that it's sort of, you sort of read the scripts, learn your lines, and enjoy it.
I find that all the costumes and the hair and the makeup really help for me because it's so far from what I do in real life. As soon as I put it on and I spend the 2 hours that it takes to make me look like it, I really do feel like a different person, and I feel like the character that I'm playing. So for me, that really helps, that transformation.
That was quite loud. I tend to start off by bullying Colin. In character, of course, and just act generally pompous and, authoritative.
And you do a vocal warm-up though, Bradley, don't you?
Your vocal warm-up.
Don't you do vocal warm-up?
No comment.
You do a vocal warm-up, apparently.
Yes.
Nice.
And you, Colin, I've heard you.
Apparently they both do vocal warm-up. Are we actually going to be... Do we want to hear the vocal warm-up? I think Angel's Revenge is coming quite nicely now. Look at them both going like mouse in headlights there. I think we'll leave that for this one. We've got a little guy down the front here.
How did you come up with the idea to make Merlin?
Sorry, was that how do we come up with the story ideas?
The idea to make
Yeah.
Merlin.
Was it the idea in the first place or story ideas? Well, how we come up with story ideas is basically before each series starts, myself and Polly and Julie and the other producer, we sit with a number of writers and we develop ideas. One of the springboards for that is to look at Arthurian legends and see whereabouts, if there are any moments in the legend that could be interesting springboards for the series. So, for example, in Series 2, we definitely, we want to bring back Lancelot. We want to continue the story of Excalibur and the story of Mordred, and also introduce the idea of the beginning of the romance between Arthur and Guinevere. So I think that the Arthurian legend always helps us as a sort of springboard into story ideas. But then also we come up, the important thing about Merlin for us is that each episode is like a mini adventure, action-adventure movie. So we always make sure that the story of the week is self-contained and will either contain, a glorious villain or a monster of the week. So we do a lot of going on to strange internet sites and create strange monsters and then spin stories around from them. So we take our inspiration from lots of places. And I guess the tough thing about this show is that the production turnaround, our production cycle is very, very tight. So when we finished Series 1, I delivered episode 13 to the BBC, and I was literally on the back of a motorbike with the cassette on the Wednesday of the Saturday's transmission, because we had a lot of complicated CGI. And so, whilst we were delivering the Season 1, we were also storylining Series 2. So, and it takes a long time to get these scripts ready. It takes about sort of a month to get the storyline right, and then about a month to 2 months to write each script. So you need quite a lot of lead time. So it gets kind of quite hairy, especially at the moment, because we've just started shooting Season 2, and we've shot the first 3 episodes, and we're beginning to shoot the next 3, but we need to produce blocks of 3 scripts every sort of month and a half. So it can get quite stressful, and as you can tell from my face, I haven't slept for 14 months. But it's an exciting process, and the adrenaline of knowing that we transmit episode 1 in September and we're still shooting it at the moment is quite exciting, but it's also quite stressful.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you could describe your fellow cast members in one word, what would it be?
Katie, I'd say generous. There's a lot of generosity with Katie. Angle, what would I say for Angle? Bubbly, she's very bubbly. And Colin, a word to describe Colin.
So many.
See, Colin's the dark horse. He may look very sweet and innocent, but there's something else under there.
Yeah.
Disturbed. I would use the word disturbed.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I would.
Disturbed.
you may have guessed that Bradley's obviously the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big shock there.
Can somebody else answer that question? Otherwise, it's just me. And
I'd say, I don't know what I'd say for Colin. Colin would be lovely. Katie's sweet. And Bradley is witty. There you go.
I'm really bad at this, so let's say everyone's great.
Oh.